Welcome to Château Tanunda. Today's wine is the Barossa Cabernet Sauvignon. Now, the Barossa is world renowned for its Shiraz, but we're actually world renowned for our Cabernet as well. Now, we've got some of the oldest Cabernet Sauvignon vines planted on the planet, some of which date back to 1888. Now, historically, Cabernet Sauvignon and the Barossa might have been blended with Shiraz, these great Shiraz Cabernet blends that we're still making today, which are some of the greatest red wines out of Australia. But today we really just want to focus on Cabernet Sauvignon by itself. What does it bring to a wine? It brings ripe cassis, which is a little bit like black currant. It brings a really lovely rich tannin structure, medium to full bodied, and it's got this beautiful lush mouthfeel of very ripe dark fruit. So what I thought we would do today, best thing, let's go out and see where it comes from. If you take a look over my shoulder here, you'll cop the breathtaking view from Mengler's Hill, which is the Barossa Valley out here behind me. Now, to get the Barossa Cabernet Sauvignon, we've used 5 major components of Cabernet and we've blended them together to create the final wine. The major component, the heart of the wine, is from down here to the south in Lyndoch. And for the other 4 components, one is behind me in the hills of the Eden Valley, and as to the other 3, just down here in Vine Vale, a little bit across towards Bethany and out to the Western Ridge in Stonewall is where the other pieces are. So let's go for a bit of a drive down to one of these. We'll show you the Bethany Vineyard. Well, here we are down in the beautiful little sub-region of Bethany, which is just at the bottom of the foothills. We were just up at Mengler's Hill up here behind me, looking at that view across the floor, but now we're down here in the Bethany Vineyard that the Chateau owned. And these beautiful old Cabernet Sauvignon vines, planted back in the 1960s, give rise to one of the components that we've used here for the Barossa Cabernet Sauvignon. The thing I love about this Bethany block and what it brings to the final blend of Barossa Cabernet is this beautiful richness and texture with structurally very fine, elegant tannins. So when this is blended in with the Eden Valley, which is quite pristine and very pure, the Lyndoch, which has got that deep, robust chocolate cassis base, and a little bit of the Stonewall and the Vine Vale, we end up with literally a puzzle that is complete. So now that we've talked about the components, what's happening at the Chateau when we make this wine is all of these components are aged separately in pretty much all French oak barrels. Most of them are old. We don't want to bring too much new oak flavour to the blend. We've got to keep it nice and elegant. So using a lot of older French barrels. The spice of the French really accents the tannin of the Cabernet. And I think what would it go well with? Well, in a land where prime lamb is at its peak always, a beautiful piece of lamb or even a lovely piece of beef, it's really going to go well with this wine.